Hello friends, good day. Shoot mut ngay, tut nay. Buenos dias sa ustedes. Mayong buntag kanatong tanan. One generation passes and a new generation is born to take its place. This time, more definitive than ever with regard to its role in the building of the kingdom of God. Jesus took that decisive one step backward in prayer and reflection to strengthen his inner conviction to definitively activate the operations of the reign of God into high gear. That conviction was tested in prayer as well as in action. When upon coming down from solitude, he was confronted by the danger of being caught by the authorities on the one hand, and of doing justice to the poor and the needy on the other. He took them both. He demonstrated that the celebration of the Eucharist, the act of self-giving and doing justice here and now, are inseparable. By celebrating the Eucharist, by a profound love that does justice, and by solidarity in the struggle to better human life here on earth, Jesus and his disciples and the Christian community that would follow will witness and experience the abundance of God's love, the grace of the people's creative productivity, the temporary victories of human liberation now, and the fullness of salvation in the kingdom of God to come. Where can we find a taste of God's reign here on earth? The people of Pelaon, Pinabacdao in the island of Samar, were visited by Yolanda, the super typhoon. They lost their homes, crumpled to the ground. They lost their plants and vegetables, swept away by the mighty winds, but they stayed together as families, as neighbors, and as a community. They organized themselves into a voluntary association and worked together to rebuild each other's homes, one house after the other. Now here, now there. Men and women, young and old, and children had each a role to play in their common rebuilding. Those who were able-bodied and strong took on the harsher parts of the cooperative effort. Others were in charge of gathering the food they had saved or what could be gleaned from the fields to be cooked. Others had to gather water or restore the water system of simple hoses that could reach the homes. After 4 months, there was almost no sign that Pelaon was ever devastated by the super typhoon. Houses have become homes once again, though modest and small and poor. Farms cultivated together flourished once again. Lush green, smiling faces, playing children, gentle souls, kind persons. The Eucharist was celebrated. The people came out in droves, children and youth, adults and the elderly. There was no magic in the Mass, only a miracle. God's love and power shared and reflected in the prayer of the poor and the little ones, made operative in their cooperation and community spirit. Temporary experience of liberation, a foretaste of the fullness of the kingdom. Lesson learned: egoism, privatism, and individualism could not accomplish the rebuilding of lives, of peoples, of communities, of the environment, of nature. How joyful would it be if we could just care for one another? Do you want to experience a foretaste of the fullness of the kingdom? Go to Pelaon. Jesus is there, celebrating the Eucharist with the people, multiplying the grace with the people, feeding the 5,000